evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Sonal Shukla. I am the Assistant Director of Programming and Education at the American Writers Museum.
And I'm Noelle Velasco, the Education Program Coordinator at the American Writers Museum. And together, Sonal and I are here to present the winners of the OnWord Student Writing Competition. Sonal and I have the most direct and regular contact with the students we serve at the museum. And running this competition with schools across the country gives us a wonderful opportunity to see how our work can inspire the writers of tomorrow.
Before the pandemic, we were continually expanding our outreach to schools across the region, bringing in over 16,000 students for engaging field trips in less than 2.5 years between our original opening and the beginning of COVID in March of 2020.
Of course, our original field trips were more than just a simple visit. We offered grade-appropriate curricular activities for students when they visited, with pre- and post-work activities sent to teachers when they were booked. So when students visited, they were engaged, learning, and having fun. We also added live author events so students can meet and learn directly from writers of today.
And thanks to the great support of our donors, like all of you in this room, we were able to target our outreach efforts at underserved students. Over 70% of our in-person student visitors were from low-income schools. And not only are their field trips subsidized, so were their bus costs, so they could come and visit us at no cost to their families or schools. And donor support allowed us to bring in authors and supply free books to thousands of students.
Of course, when COVID hit, there were no more buses, and there were no more student field trips, and no more author visits. But we knew it was more important than ever to reach students and help teachers during remote learning. So we threw our efforts into finding new ways to connect. We took our curricular and exhibit content and went to work, launching websites, creating online tours, hosting authors via Zoom with students, and creating virtual field trips. We made videos to show teachers how to use our resources in their classrooms. And as the year progressed, we were doing face-to-face presentations with schools across the country.
Last year, before COVID hit, we rolled out our first OnWord writing competition. We connected with hundreds of schools in the area to encourage students to write, for teachers to hold competitions in their classrooms, and to submit their winners to us. But with COVID hitting in the middle of it all, we did not reach as many students as we hoped.
This year, though, in 2021, with our online expansion, we had a whole new national reach. When we rolled out the OnWord National Writing Competition, we had over 200 schools from 35 different states sign up to participate. From those classrooms, we had 109 finalists from 20 states.
From this amazing selection of young talent, we selected 6 winners, 2 from each group of elementary, middle, and high school. All told, we awarded $10,000 in prize money and excited hundreds of students to pursue their passions. Our winners this year from all across the country are
Hello everyone, my name is Chloe Chu.
Hello everyone, my name is Katie Liskey.
Hello everyone, my name is Taskin Arisha.
Hello everyone, my name is Catherine Hua.
Hello everyone, my name is Adina Tanner.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisling Panjwani.
said my classmates. Go back to China, go back to where you belong. I felt unwanted, I felt unsafe, I felt miserable. But why me? They laughed and stared, but I never knew why.
A world full of people helping others is the change I want to see. And the change I want to see will be the change I have in me.
Change. It only takes a moment. A chorus of yells, make-believe spells, and a birthday cake with one more candle. It only takes a moment.
With their eyes turning towards a small worn box overfilling with crumbled paper with a smeared runny ink cursive on each of them, Haru thought about the countless times she poured out her grief onto paper.
A flight attendant woke him up, gently but with purpose, and Maria picked him up from the airport. She already looked unbelievably tired. John noticed that despite the obvious fatigue, she hadn't aged a day in the 30 years since graduation.
The bell rang, startling Taylor. She quickly wiped her eyes and went to wash her face. She grabbed a paper towel and looked in the mirror. Looking back at her was a puffy red face and, wait, what was that on the wall? Taylor turned around. There was something written there. Curious, Taylor stepped closer to read it.
We could not bring all of the winning students here today, but luckily, one of the students who's old enough to be vaccinated lives in Illinois, and her parents were happy to bring her here tonight. So please help me in welcoming up to the stage Aisling Panjwani.
Oh, that's loud. Okay. Hello. I originally wrote this poem with a particular story in mind. To me, this poem represents several of my role models, such as Greta Thunberg, Malala Yousafzai, my mother Amina, and my father Sid. Most of all, my parents. As young people, we live our lives and go through the same motions every day, not worrying about what is happening around us. We can have our sad moments, our happy moments, and life goes on like normal. However, in my poem, the main character decides to change the story by taking a chance to help solve some of the problems that are so often and effortlessly ignored. As their life is documented in my poem, because of this one individual, so many minds were changed, and in the end, they were able to make a difference in global warming. I hope we will be able to change the earth for the better, just as the person in my poem did. Tonight, I would like to thank, of course, my parents for encouraging me and my friend Ella Gerdes for sharing her perspective. I also want to thank my teacher, Ms. Cox, for without her and her support, I would not be standing here in front of you today. The prize money to me is an opportunity to make a difference in the community. I've been very fortunate in my life, but there are still others who haven't had the chances I had. Therefore, I am donating my prize money to a charity like St. Jude's Children's Hospital to help make a difference where I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisling, and congratulations again. I had the great good fortune of talking to each of the winners of this year's competition, and I was so excited by all of them and their stories, be it Katie Liskey in Nebraska, who was able to focus on her writing and not work this summer before heading to college, or Taskanarisha in New York State, who was just excited to have someone other than herself look at the writings she had been keeping in a Google Doc. The contest has had a wonderful impact on students across the country.
And this year was just the beginning. As we gear up for the 2021 to 22 academic year, We are, of course, excited to see students come back to the building, which has already started. But we're also rolling out a pilot digital education program for middle school students across the country. Building on the work we have done to date and with guidance from our Teacher Advisory Network, a special advisory group of educational innovators, our partners at the Great Books Foundation, and a specialist in language arts curriculum design, we are building a new way of interacting with classrooms across the school year. This program will include live online interactions and on-demand digital experiences that will help to motivate and inspire students across the country and here in Chicago. And this program will culminate in getting more schools and students involved in our annual online OnWord writing competition. With your help and support, we intend to triple the size of the schools and students who participate and expand the prize pool and the impact that we have on students in years to come. Congratulations again to all this year's participants, finalists, and winners. And thank you all again for your generous support that helps us reach these students to inspire them about the power and potential of writing.
I am completely in awe of all of those student writers. Can we give them another round of applause, all of them?